Here's the lag. Kang won the lag, and that can be a critical difference, like I've said before, in one of these races, because it's alternate break, and he gets the last crack on Hill. But these are honest playing tables. I think that when Diamond went to these 7-foot tables, they really opened up the game some more, because the big tables were too tough for a lot of the recreational or league players, and when they got good playing on the small tables with the big pockets, they got bored and started to drop out.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good analysis. The valleys, I think that's what you're referring to. They can be a little forgiving.
Well, they're built to vend quarters, plain and simple. You could where Kang put that rack, you could hit balls down the rails on those and hit that spot and go in the hole comfy at pretty good speed.
There, yeah.
I like him drifting down behind the 9. Draw his cue ball off and come to the first diamond and drop down on top of the 9, between the 9 and the cushion. That's a shot I might like, but it's his shot. He might thin the ball and try to come up top. That's what he's going to do, thin the ball. Oh, it went.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty nice shot right there.
But it doesn't, here you got to minimize that cue ball movement, and usually that gets you in trouble on these 7-foot tables, because these are real fast rails, fast cloth.
Adam Green, table 18. Adam Green, table 18.
No, that's not going to do.
He might be behind the 5 ball. No, maybe not. It's close. I think he can just nick it. He's got to watch the scratch, top corner. Good shot. That's ideal. He'll pump on the middle diamond side. Playing the side. Okay, that's even better. Note that he always gets his line of sight where he's going to put his cue ball. He comes behind it most of the time, and very quick, very efficient. Shaun is from the school that you shoot the balls. I watched him at Valley Forge once playing a young Billy Thorpe in the Valley Forge at the Expo, and Billy Thorpe, it was the pro event, of course, and Billy Thorpe conceded Shaun something like that, and Shaun went to the tournament official and got an extra game on the string, because generally they'll charge you the next game for concession of a game. But again, each tournament is run differently, and with the size of the field they had, they wouldn't want a lot of people back and forth with rules questions. Oh, that looks like a Phoenician figure writing, the cuneiforms that Shaun got there, caught between the 4 and 9, like wedged, like the wedge form, the wedge writing. So I guess he's going to roll out. I don't see any other any option.
Roll out the where, George? Where would you roll on this?
He's going to roll on top of the 5 ball, I think. If he can get to it.
So what's the thought there, pushing into the 5 rather than pushing down to the long rail?
He wanted to jack his man up on this 5 ball, and now you see he has a shooting stick bank and a leave along the short rail if the bank goes long, or short, which I expect it will. See, he couldn't put a good clean cue on the ball.
Right. So when you start popping it, most likely going to shorten the angle.
That's correct. He just cut to the chase.
Yeah, smart play.
He might have froze that ball. I thought I saw that ball settle. I like the bank to his right. If he banks this ball,
You bank it, or maybe try to play safe and put the cue over behind the 3 on the right-hand side there.
That's a tough chore. He's going off the left side.
That's a good shot. That's a real good shot. It's going to leave him the jump. I expect Wilkie.
The jump is a potential scratch in the corner pocket to the upper left if he. No. I don't believe he's going to do this.
Jump with his playing cue? No way.
Hardly.
So I think you jump this ball, it's going to be more like a draw shot. I would put him at like maybe a 60% chance to make this ball.
I would tend to disagree because you see this ball is still, most of it's inside the diamond, so he doesn't have quite the full pocket there, Wayne.
Yeah.
He only has like the outside half. You see the leather boot that's clear?
Yeah.
That's about where the center of that 1 ball has to hit in order for him to score. He can't go at the center of the pocket because it's not available. He calls it.
Yep.
And usually with the jump, when we're jacked up, his cue ball will tend to get to his left because his arm is out to the right, coming from right to left on a situation such as this. Let's see if I'm right. His arm wants. Now he caught it chunky, just like the instructor. Good hit. Good hit, but he left a cut on the 1 though. He did leave it. But he left the green bottle shot on this, the Rolling Rock boy. He might hit the 10 and stay there. That's ideal. He just has to. He has to just slow roll, chop spin this ball. throw it in basically and shoot speed to reach, or try to come back 2 rails and get precise.
So you're looking at maybe 3 rails coming up above the 4, or you're saying just come back across 2 rails underneath the 4 to play it up to the top
underneath. He's got the 5. He's got the 8 over there coming back cross table.
So he's going to come above the 4. I think
He's
it's
short.
a little risky, right? I think what you were saying was going to more guarantee a good hit.
And make the ball.
Yeah.
And he would have had a built-in safety
Exactly.
if he
I was
didn't
getting ready
like
to
the
say,
shot.
You'd have the safety. You could just pin it up against the 9, send the 4 down table. I like your thoughts, George.
Now he sold out instead. He sold out instead here. Not that this is a hanger, but Shaun is
So while we have just a moment, we were talking about Shaun's affinity for the gentleman side of the sport and finishing out the rack and being professional about things. What do you think about when people are giving you games? Maybe do you consider it a sharking tactic? Because I've seen it where people give you games, and then all of a sudden they don't give you a game. And it's not any more difficult than what they've given you before.
I played match play golf, and that's a common tactic, incidentally. Playing golf, match play. I played many tours in golf. I was a professional golfer once too. And
Wow.
yeah, I was one of the guys that broke 70 and ran 100 balls on the same day. And what that is
A little bit of head game going on there?
no.
You don't give it away? And you've been giving it away?
Part of it is that they're going to be doing that so that the guy is waiting on he was given putts on the 6th and 7th hole, and then by the time they get to 15 and the match is close, and he gets that 2.5, 3.5
You
footer.
haven't hit any tight shots. You haven't had to.
Yeah, that's right. And all of a sudden, you're kind of listening for him to say that's good.
That's the feeling. That's the feeling I've had when
that's
I've been playing in
that's a
matches.
mini shark move.
Yeah, that's the feeling I've had when I've been competing, and you have this sense of, oh man, I haven't hit any money shots, money balls, and all of a sudden you're thinking
in
about
golf, when you're playing stroke play, you have to hold all putts, but not in match play golf, which is where these guys are playing what they call a pool match.
So it's funny how a gesture of sportsmanship can be really, like you said, a mini sharking move under the guise of some sportsmanship.
I played a tournament in Ocean City, Maryland, at Gentleman Gyms. They had big tournaments like this on the holidays, like on Labor Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day, and Thanksgiving. They had 4 big tournaments every year. This was back in the 80s. And I was playing Cigar Tom.
I'm familiar. Down at Running Out Billiards in Dundalk, Maryland?
Yeah, Tom was an outstanding player. best 9-ball player in town for most people's money. Not his own. He always had to get staked.
Well, he shot good. He shot strong enough. He didn't have a problem finding the staker.
But he wasn't even the best player in his family. His brother, he had another brother, Bob, who shot rings around him.
That shot.
That's too far. But Tom had just about a gimme ball on a 6-ball, and all he had to do was make another ball, and he was out. And he looked over at me like I was getting ready to concede it to him. And I walked over and took a sip of my Coke. And then I turned around and he whiskeyed the ball.
Yeah.
And I end up winning the match and sending him home. The only time I ever beat him was at Gentleman Jim. It was like 86, 87.
Well, when I was first learning how to, I will say that when I was younger, I thought I knew how to play. And I guess a lot of us, when we're younger, we think we do. And he was able to give me the 5 and out for a long time. It took me a while before I got to where I could play him with the 8 and out. And I did get to that point. But, that's just goes to show you what kind of speed he had. And I could pocket balls at a very early age. It wasn't like I couldn't play.
Tom cashed in the U.S. Open. He was what they called a top shortstop.
So we were talking about this gentleman, Cigar Tom, from the Baltimore area. He was kind of a local legend. And they kind of closed down the green room, running out billiards, and I don't really know what happened to him.
The same thing happened there. It happened in all the other pool rooms in Baltimore County, the casinos.
Yeah.
And for those guys running those places, if it didn't make dollars, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But
well, let me tell you, if you can get each of your weekends filled up like this with tournaments and pool rooms, you could probably do pretty well. You're going to have league night during the week, probably.
Well, I know this, and this is kind of pool players hurt themselves. That was a nice shot. Pool players hurt themselves like that they don't when they're at a venue where that serves food and they don't eat and support the venue that's supporting them. There are too many people that do that, and that's too bad. I've got some other pet peeves about the pool players that'll go out to a fast food place and then come back to a place that's serving some food like this place, and that's not right in my book. But hey, to each their own. But they wonder why when the tournaments say, hey, we're not getting any table time for 2 days here, and then you guys aren't spending any money at the bar or at the restaurant. What's wrong with this picture? And the picture is the house always wins. That's the picture. If the house doesn't win, there is no tournament. There is no nothing. There is no game without the house. And supporting the staff, tipping them generously, giving them the service for good service. But I'm an old timer, though. I come from the old school. But
Hey Ryan, my apologies on the
Nice
camera
back.
angle. I got caught up with
Beautiful.
chatting with George and forgot to actually pay attention and switch the angle. So my apology there.
that's a beautiful, beautiful looking shot here. Nice play to hold on the 4-ball. Shaun gets straight in on the 4-ball. This is tap ends. Hope. He got close to his work, but he's straight in just about. Now he's got a little funny angle. He might have to play the 5 to the same hole as the 4.
James Sanders, Kelly Daniel, table 8. James Sanders, Kelly Daniel, table 8.
Hi there, Cliff. If you're seeing any lag on Facebook, you might want to just refresh your Facebook or close all your windows and go back in. We can see the live feeds here, so we can see that there's not any lag. We're trying switching over to YouTube, see how that works for you.
That's beautiful. He either can play the 1 rail high left punch, but he brings the side pocket into play, or 2 rails, which is what I would suspect. Now, playing the 1 rail high left punch. Excellent. Perfect position. Down to the first diamond. Either 1 or 2 rails out, player's choice. Very, very nicely played rack from Mr. Wilkie. 4-0 in this hot seat match, race to 7. Kang is going to have to get busy right about now.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Hey, Cliff, if you're still having lag, what I would suggest is maybe looking internally at your house to see if you got any devices eating up your internet bandwidth. See if you have a good connection to your Wi-Fi if you're using Wi-Fi, because I can see by the statistics what we have here and what we see on the screens that we're not lagging internally. And also, others that are watching the stream would be having the same problem.
Oh, Miguel, thank you. We were younger then, that's for sure. VIP Billiards and Blue Jay, that was on Baltimore National Pike on the way to Ellicott City.
Killed that cue ball, great, squatted, but no love.
He parked his pelota, but all he did was get purloined.
No justice. It's just that's the way it works.
He might get the picket fence off his deuce. Safety.
Yeah, locked him
Good
up.
move. A lot of people would have just blindly cut that 1 and gone off the 2 and maybe gone in the side pocket or pushed the deuce behind that 4-ball. Shaun has played every top player that ever chalked a cue in this world. From Efren Reyes to Strickland, he's played them all.
Well, as far as character goes, I think he's probably, as far as the ones that I know personally, he ranks up there as being a stand-up dude. And a very stout competitor. You won't ever see him cash one in. He just fights all the way.
He's one of my all-time favorite people. It's always just an exhilaration for me to see Mr. Wilkie in any of these events. Because, oh, look at this. He played that little cutesy. Didn't shoot the 1 ball. He had a nice shot at it seemed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike.
This is 2 rails behind the 8. This is like death and taxes here. Yeah, I have to see if he can get enough for the one. I'm not sure.
Well,
Maybe not.
He's going.
No, he couldn't. Good touch. Still left some yellow paint. No, Cigar Tom is not playing anymore. He's about 82 years old. Age caught up with him. I know. That's tasty. That's tasty. But he's got the one rail kick off this bottom rail. Not that way, I don't think. This guy's a billiard. He got two railer. Never mind. His two railer. That's a big ball, actually. Hit it right in the face. I snapped my finger, gave him the applause for that shot. That was a. Shaun's getting a little nervous now, I think. He's getting a little jumpy. He's going to. Either call the airborne unit or the high plains twister.
Folks, I'm going to do George a solid and myself a solid. We haven't eaten since about, I guess it was
10
o'clock this morning. So I'm going to go grab something for us to eat. I'm going to leave George here to commentate, and I'll be right back.
This is a pretty shot, but he may not make a rail. Nice hit. Always appreciate it. If this is a carom, he might have to draw the ball a little bit to make the 8. To the cut pocket. At 8 might be up a little high. That's what he just saw, I think. Oh man, that was the chili dip. All chili dippers there. He can't believe he scratched in the side pocket there. Shaun will might put him in jail behind the 9 or the 8. Or play the 1, 2, 3 on the side. Play it straight. That's a nice shot. He should roll down around the spot. even better. You're right, Shaun. Bob Vanover. Oh, Shaun came up short here. Bob Vanover, he ran out of set on somebody that he won a lag from on the Pro Tour. Tom's brother, Bob Vanover, was a beast. He owned, I think, some furniture stores in Texas. Yeah, I saw him play a couple times. He was gruesome. You're right, Shaun. That's 1,000% right on. Not many people know that. So sorry, William. Shaun finally got out and moved. He had his shot first. All right. Donkey Shane Signor. Yes. Shaun had an opportunity to run out and dog D out. Makes a good hit though, but this is a solid bank. This is a 80-85% bank for a guy like this. Position maybe about 60%. Yeah, this Kang has a real sense of angle. That's for sure. From being a carom player. Oh,
Just short. How often do we see folks bank short on diamonds? It happens all the time.
these are again, the cushions have more bite in them. They'll bank short. How the balls have to be struck, in my opinion, is inside out. In other words, hitting from the right of center to the cue ball to the outside to make the ball turn kindly at the hole. Shaun's delighted to even have this shot. Drill, now it's a little long. Oh, he made it. Beautiful shot. And Kang gave him the tap on the cue, acknowledgement.
Shaun definitely a one-pocket player. You won't see him shy away from those long banks.
Shaun plays basically all pocket games good.
Everything. I guess it helps when you have that compact stroke. I mean, he really comes through the ball, comes back very short, comes through the ball beautifully. Some people might say it's a little pokey, but it's efficient. He does a good job, and he changes it up a little bit. If he needs to put draw on it, he's able to, put a little longer stroke on it, come through the ball.
If you want a pokey stroke, look at Alan Hopkins, and he's only in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
That's a guy that learned how to play inside a phone booth.
I like the description.
Yeah, he has the short back stroke. This is sort of tricky. He might have to go 4 rails on this ball to take the side out of play. Got to really hit this with some pace. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's there. Beautiful shot.
Real stylish.
So Shaun
He's
setting the bar 5-0 over Kang Lee.
in a hard-fought
Hot seat
game.
match.
I'm glad you're enjoying this, William. You're recovering from an injury, and it hurts when you laugh. I like to be the guy that inflicts that pain and pleasure at the same time.
Shaun Wilkie to break. 5-0 over Kang Lee in a race to 7.
Oh,
Well, that's sitting deep in the pocket.
that was a pause that refreshes. That ball paused, and the laws of gravity didn't take hold, and Isaac Newton's theories have been thwarted.
So the 5-3 is a problem.
Jackson Strong, Andrew 2, table 14. Please don't get excruciating.
Not anymore.
That was tasty. Now he's got to play this inside English, a little high right of center. He's going to have to hit it with some pace, and come straight back to. Now he's going to. No, he jacked on the ball. Safe coming behind these balls, probably behind the 7 or 8 or the 5. Oh, didn't pull the trigger.
Shaun's a call that cross-side bank. So Shaun seems to definitely have a process to his banking. Doesn't look to be as, it seems to be very much more on the scientific side rather than trying to just eye it up, if you know what I'm trying to say. He's very methodical with his banking.
Sure. Because this is the same old universe every day. And Shaun is, like we all are, children of this universe, whether we like it or not. He can pop down on this ball and stay for the 6.
And I guess what I'm saying about the banking is a lot of people will use like the mirror method to banking, and folks will sort of use the same method when they're kicking at balls. But then you have people that are really calculating the diamonds, doing the math, and Shaun seems to be that kind of guy. Where for me, I'm more of a feel type of player. I know what the natural angle is coming off the rail, and I sort of use my mind's eye on judgment with spin and throw. And I don't think Shaun does anything of the sort.
That was a huge game there. Shaun going on the hill with all tap ins, but the 6 didn't fall.
Thank you very much, Rick. You've known Rick for some time, right? Rick
Sure.
Prescott. Now, I've noticed Rick has been following our stream for some time, and I really do appreciate it. He pipes in often, has lots to offer to the stream, and I do appreciate the guys, the folks, and the guys and gals that come back each and every stream and share with us.
Rick was I can tell you, Rick was a very, very good player who I never saw Rick dog it. He played up to his capabilities at all times. He made almost all the balls that he ever was supposed to make that he was shooting. If he played the wrong speed or got outshot, he had lots of in-the-money finishes that I witnessed from the booth in the Action Pool Tour and down at First Break or over at Breaker Sky Lounge, among other places. He's a good player, and never beat himself. And
Folks, it looks like we lost the Facebook feed. So while we're early in this rack, I'm going to go ahead and just shut it off and bring it back up. If you're watching us over there on YouTube, just refresh your screen. You'll see us live in just a second. So we're shutting down right now, and we'll be right back.
that's a good shot.
Lynn, table 3.
I don't know if a 1 passes a 2.
I can see everybody coming back and rejoining us. Thank you very much. Apologies for that. It looks like we had Facebook go down, so that's a good portion of our viewership. So we just went ahead and reset the stream. Thank you all for coming back. Hello, Tim. Thank you for joining us. How is Dylan faring today? I know he was, I believe, in the hot seat match, the last I heard. He was shooting out there at, the place is escaping me. Shooting in a benefit. If you haven't, go ahead and type it in there, Tim. Carlisle, where's that at? They were as
That's like above York.
Carlisle Moose?
No, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's where Jim Thorpe came from, I believe. Dylan's from Pennsylvania, isn't
Yeah, Dylan's one of our sponsored players. Exceptional young man. Really is a student of the sport. Spends a lot of time when he's not playing. He's always studying the game. And what's really nice is because he's part of the team, he's open to offering advice to our players all the time. It's kind of the benefit of having a player development program. And when you bring some of these talented players on board, it's kind of like special forces. You know, you cross-train when you're in the military and stuff. when you have someone with those skill sets come on board, all of a sudden it starts propagating to everybody else. So we're very excited to have Dylan a part of our player development program. Also, Nicole Nestor, who you're familiar with, part of the player development program.
She has nice talent, Nicole. Nice lady.
Her and Dylan, I was chatting with Nicole recently, and she says, I said, man, your game is looking so strong. And she goes, you know what it is? I'm constantly practicing with Dylan. And he is just such a tough competitor, and he's quick to educate, and it's just helping my game. So I can't say enough about Dylan Spoor. I hope you do, sir. Come on out. I would love to shake hands with you.
Yeah, Carlisle's by Harrisburg, and it was an Indian reservation, a Native American reservation. Jim Thorpe came from that Carlisle reservation, the great Jim Thorpe. Just to give you all a history lesson. Now, Shaun's got to run this rack and take care of business. He's going to get lucky.
Kang Lee really hasn't had much opportunity. Shaun has been basically in control the whole time.
The opportunity Kang was given was one that he didn't even expect to get, with Shaun missing that 6 ball in the side pocket that last game. And sometimes people can hear footsteps. Ooh, he's got to hurry. 50-yard line. He didn't hit that ball particularly crisp. Well, if the shot is long and the angle's wrong, who are you going to call? Stroke testers. He hit that ball mighty sporty.
A little short on the angle, but I don't think he'll have any problem here.
Just watching the this ball wants to come towards the side pocket on his right. He spun it in good.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be 6-1.
Little left punch. 9, 10 o'clock. Well, just got to stay down and make his ball, Shaun. Ooh, he dribbled that one in.
All right, so Shaun Wilkie up 6-1 over Kang Lee.
Kind of unexpected, but Shaun played real strong. He made a couple mistakes only. He missed a 6 ball and one safety selection. I'm still scratching my head over, but
Well,
hey.
Shaun breaking for the match, going to the final.
Yeah, whoever loses this match is going to play whoever comes out of the match with Crimes, Paul Crimes, and I think Raphael. Oh, he came up dry, I think. Yeah, a Mojave mash. Dry.
Randy Davis, table 9.
The only push out here is the billiard, and he doesn't want to give up the billiard.
Yeah, so Paul Crimes will play the loser of this match.
I'm sure Shaun's going to play this shot, play the billiard, but he's going to call the hit over. Even though the 5 is a little past the 1, he'd get the benefit of the doubt on the split hit. But he should still call in an official. Otherwise, it goes to Shaun. Now he's got a wide open table.
I'm sorry, it's he'll be playing Rafael Debreo.
Rafael Rayo.
Rafael Debreo, the loser of this match. My apologies.
Well, it looks like to me that if Shaun can go from the 3 to the 4, he's going to be 1 win away from the mozzarella. Shaun will draw his ball straight up to the 4, and he has protection with the 9, and so he can't draw it into the pocket unless it hooks him.
He might get lucky with the bump.
He's good.
Yeah, that could have been trouble.
Yeah, but he's straight in. He isn't totally out of the woods, but
Hit this ball with high right and try to run it off that short rail if you cheat the pocket a little bit.
no, I don't think he has that luxury, Wayne. I think he can only roll this in.
Yeah, it looks that way.
You see, if he tries to snatch this with the draw, he might clip the 10. And if he rolls it, he hits the 7.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Ray.
Well, here comes the room rent. He's reaching.
Yeah, I wouldn't want this shot.
Well, he's good. He'd make this ball all day.
I knew he was going to make it. I just say I didn't want it.
The litany.
Yeah, you would like to be a little better than that, but that's, not bad.
The litany is about to occur here.
Yeah, I agree.
Rail first, I think.
Smart play. Gonna go 1, 2, maybe 3 rails, 2 rails
No,
for sure.
he's gonna come 1 rail high left to come to middle diamond.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's what I was thinking right there.
The condemned man ate a hearty meal.
Nice shot there by Shaun.
7-1, Mr. Wilkie. Other than that 6 ball he missed, Shaun played a pretty tight match there.